Welcome back. Yes, y'all. We still here with the Cuzzo himself.
Yes, sir.
Matt King, TK Brand, Team King. Oh, and you definitely can follow him at Team King, PHL on Instagram. Definitely look him up, man.
Yep.
Cuzzo.
Yes, sir.
So, thinking about you and thinking about this interview, I said I gotta do you justice. I gotta do it right. Right? I gotta make your title worthwhile, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Josh came through, he had It's Just Construction.
You already know.
When Sis came through, Coco,
Mm-hmm.
I got what was our topic, Coco? I want to say I don't remember. But when I thought about you, bro, I thought about Dreams Too Big, and I said it's only fitting, it only makes sense to have this topic phrase of this podcast set to be called the mindset of a dreamer.
Oh, that's hot.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, yep. Y'all give me a round of applause for that. No, but for real though, a mindset of a dreamer, and obviously all of us are dreamers, I believe. All of us fantasize, all of us daydream and have night dreams, yada, yada, yada. But I believe that you had a dream and you woke up and said, I'm about to go get it. You know what I'm saying? So if you can briefly, bro, walk us through that mindset, man. Walk us through that day one brainstorming plan of what you now have as TK Brand.
All right. No, definitely.
I know that was a long-winded.
No,
I get me.
I got you. Even at a young age, I always dream big, and I always talk to people about my dreams, my visions, things I want to do, crazy inventions, all types of things, and I always talked about it. Yeah. And never really did nothing to really pursue it. I think the main thing that really happened was, especially with TK Brand, was somebody made me mad. Somebody made me mad, right?
About because that's rare, bro. I hardly
listen.
To this day I don't think I ever seen you mad. Like
I was trying to order something offline and they charged me like a crazy amount for shipping and handling, right?
Oh, okay.
And so I at that point I said, you know what? I'm not paying for this. I'm gonna make my own.
I
said, whenever I travel, wherever I go, I'm gonna make my own stuff, do my own thing. And then I started doing the research, started trying to figure out how to create my own brand. And then I went through step by step. It initially started off as just me wanting to wear what I wanted to wear, when I traveled or anything like that. But then I started to see the impact that it had on people, on students, on friends, family. They like, where can I get one? Where can I get mine? And that's where that business mindset came in. Like, listen, they're demanding it. Now I got supply.
Let me flip this real quick.
And if you peep, a lot of the stuff that I put on the website and on my brand is always...
I'm sorry, what's the website? Put the website out there.
Dreamstoobig.com.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Dreamstoobig.com. Write that down. Take a picture. Remember it.
Yes.
Go ahead.
But a lot of the messages that I put out are meant to have like subliminal messages of encouragement, of inspiring, and not being afraid to fail. Have that fearless spirit and everything like that.
Gotcha.
And that's something that's major to me. Like, we talked about mindset of a dreamer, and
so can I ask you this? Not to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
So just hearing that mindset, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you believe, or is there, inform us, is there a specific mindset a dreamer has to have? Or, I mean, I understand we're all different and we all have our...
Yeah, that's an interesting way to put it. But I feel like there's no like particular or specific mindset that a dreamer should have. But
the crazier, I believe, the better, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's
different.
only and I also feel like there's only so much time that you should spend in that dreamer mindset before you start making that a reality.
Action, yes sir.
So like people say the dream is free, right?
Okay.
But the hustle is sold separately.
Got you.
That's what they say.
All right.
And everybody had these big dreams. We see different things happening, and we always say, man, that could have been me. I was talking about that 5 years ago. I was talking about that, this, and the other. But somebody put it into action.
Yes.
So those dreams are where we see the impossible, But then when we put it in place, that's when we start to believe and know that we can do the impossible.
Yes, sir.
And that's the difference between a lot of different people. And I look at that like a basic principle, but that's what separates a lot of people, because when you get to a certain point and you're about to accomplish your dream. This was in one of those books I read.
Okay, which was title what? Let me know, because I need to read it. It
was in The Alchemist.
Oh, that sound like I don't know how to pronounce that title.
No, it was in there. Yeah,
I probably would have said, "Oh." No, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, it was in The Alchemist, and he spent his whole life trying to find and pursue his dream. But then, some people get so close to their dreams that it's scary sometimes to really recognize this thing you've been chasing for your whole life.
Have you gotten to that point, where you kind of like a little spooked, like, oh man, I'm getting good feedback, I'm getting good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got a little spooked a little bit, but like, oh man, I'm taking off, or
I mean, even with the brand, when I started getting good feedback, I never even got to that point of getting to that scare point yet. I think I'm still dreaming of things that I want to do with it.
Gotcha.
And when I get to those levels, I will get that feeling. But I know a feeling that I had was when I did the give back.
Okay.
I went out on a limb. I wanted people to show up. I wanted it to be a successful event. And any and everything that could go wrong leading up to the event, it pretty much did. And I had to figure out, like, okay, now we're here. This is what I dreamed of. This is what I wanted to accomplish. Am I going to back out, and am I a failure if it's not successful? Or do I keep on pushing, keep on trying to strive and make sure that, I accomplish this dream that I wanted?
Are you like a big is like your biggest enemy your inner self?
Without question.
Yeah. Are you controlled by that? Are you motivated by that? Are you you know what I'm saying? Do you procrastinate by that? Like, how does that inner Matt King motivate you?
Yes. It's definitely motivating majority of the time.
Okay.
And that's when I feel like, I'm gonna stop. I can accomplish anything I put my mind to.
Okay.
But then the bigger the dream get, the scarier it get. Sometimes that inner person can become crippling sometimes.
Yes.
When I have too much going on in my head, too much happening, I just stay still and don't even know what the next steps are sometimes. And it's like, Matt, we gotta get over that. We gotta push through this because we got bigger things to accomplish,
Facts.
And so I try to turn that situation into a positive.
Now at this
on that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Now at this point in your life, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
31.
31.
Yeah.
Right. Now you 31, got your own clothing line, and the exact name of the clothing line is
TK Brand.
The exact name of the clothing line is TK Brand, and under that clothing line, lovely t-shirts, hoodies, Dreams Too Big to Stay Local on it.
Yeah.
You had this one that I fell in love with the first time I saw you with it on. It's called Popular Loner.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like that. It's just dope. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of your shirts are just like so plain, but still so fashionable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, where you think you get your fashion sense from? You know what I mean? Even with the slogans and even with the design of the layout. And if you guys haven't seen a shirt yet, trust me, go look up at Team King PHL on the Instagram and dreamstoobig.com on the website, and you can see all the flavors, all the colors, and all different designs. But where did you get the sense of design for the brand and everything behind it?
I feel like that's something that I've seen in my family a lot.
Like fashion, or
fashion, and just having that sense of style and things. And then when I traveled, I started seeing different parts of the world, and it was like it would inspire you. It would change up your perspective, and then expanded my horizons. And then the older I got, I just like what I like. Okay. And with my brand, if it's hot to me, I feel like it's bound to be hot to somebody else.
Yes,
and
sir.
if you don't like it, then you don't know what hot is.
I understand. I understand now. Dreams Too Big, right? Now that was the initial, that was the kickoff, that was the launch.
Right.
Where was your first trip in a Dreams Too Big to Stay Local shirt?
Man, that's a good question.
I know it's a good question.
Right. I think it was to Morocco. I went to Africa.
Oh my gosh! Now, how many stamps you got in that passport so far? Can you name them all down?
No,
Ooh.
no. I mean,
hold on. Be going. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. 30 seconds to try to name as many
as I can.
All right, I'm gonna count to 3. Ready? When you hear the bell, go. All right. I'm gonna give you time to think about it.
All right.
I'm gonna give you time to think about it.
We talking about the countries, right?
Wherever you got stamped. All right, you ready? On the mark.
Man, I wish I had my stamps.
You set? Go.
All right. Cool. Canada.
1.
Portugal.
2.
Morocco.
3.
Well, Casablanca, whatever. Mexico.
4.
Mexico multiple times. So they count?
No, just 1.
All right.
Wait, we doing different.
Jamaica.
You went to different.
No, I just kept on going back to
the same
Cancun.
spot?
Then I went to Tulum.
Oh man. So after Mexico, I'm sorry.
I said
I think Mexico was 4. I'm sorry.
I said Mexico.
Jamaica. 5. That's the same trip you've been on in Jamaica. Montego
that's
Bay.
Another one, but I went there 3 times, so whatever. The Cayman Islands.
All right, time up.
Cool. It's a lot. I can't think of them, man.
But no, like if you had to guess, what, over 10? Over 10?
I think it's like 17 countries.
17 countries.
I think so.
That's major.
And I still feel like, and you know what's crazy? I still feel like that's a little bit.
That is. I mean, 17 countries, and so let's think. When did you start traveling?
25.
25. And you weren't supposed to be alive at 25, bro.
Right.
That's statistically winning.
Yeah.
But bro, 17 countries and you 31 now, so that's 6 years of traveling.
Yeah.
And what has been the highlight of every trip outside of the U.S.?
The highlight was just basically.
Was it just getting out of Philly, or was it really just seeing?
It's looking at a globe and being able to not see a globe no more. You see that area.
Understand.
I mean, even before you went to the military, right? Mm-hmm. And you looked at a globe, it looked like just paintings and different things on a ball.
I understand.
But then when you've been there and you see a continent,
I'm all like, I want to go back.
Exactly. Like you can look at it and say, because I know that temperature, I know that food. Like,
yeah. But my experience outside the country was not vacation.
Exactly, for sure. But you still did the experience.
Yeah.
And now when you see a globe, you can point out the smallest spot and be able to identify it because you've been there
and can talk about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, share about it. That's what's up, bro.
Your mindset never be the same, good or bad.
And those out of those 17 trips,
yeah.
Oh, who you fly with?
American or Air Morocco or.
Oh my gosh!
A little bit of everybody. Air Morocco is all that too. Just want to throw that out there. Best food and spacious seats.
Oh man, I don't mind traveling. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, man. I'm just so much of a homebody. Even when I was in the military,
yeah.
And I was going for a total before I moved back closer to home. I want to say like close to 6 years. Mm-hmm. So when I was coming, and I was living in Colorado then. So when I was coming back home, it was only a 2-week. The longest, maybe a 3-week stay. Mm-hmm. I was just like,
where was it?
No, I'm saying when I was in Colorado.
Okay.
I would come back to Philly for vacations.
I got
probably like 2 to 3 week stay, and I'm just like,
I don't want to leave.
Yeah, and then family was passing away or getting sick.
Right.
So it was like,
man, you remember when you first left?
September 2005.
We had the get together at the church.
At the church.
Man, it made me do another speech. You know what? I'm not doing speeches no more. I'm always doing a speech and crying.
Right, man. It was that moment felt like that moment felt like the Boys in the Hood episode, right?
Right.
Where we were just crying, my bad, bro. So real quick, I'm gonna tell the world. So Cuzzo gave a speech when I was about to leave, man. You know what I mean? It was intimate. It was emotional. You know what I mean? Like, this was like my first time leaving for real, going to the military, and this was 2005. So the war popped off 01, 02.
I think so.
So it was still kind of that scary feeling of I could not come back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That was crazy to me.
So it was bad for everybody, and
you gotta think too. A lot of our family, the way we was raised, a lot of us was told to like stay close to home.
Yeah,
I mean that going away that's different compared to how we was raised.
And I'm just so grateful. And again, I say this all the time to everybody. I'm so grateful that I made it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because again, we grew up literally in the same neighborhood, blocks away from each other, so we could hear the same gunshots, or you know what I'm saying. So It was one of those things that
we used to knock down trash cans together. that wasn't recorded, right?
But hold on, cuz, listen, man, I need you to stick around some more. This is only the second quarter.
Okay.
All right, just halftime right quick. Go to the bathroom. You be right back.
For sure.
Holla at us.